We'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like, he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, this is so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory. What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those one of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna is hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann and still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make it do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers, a wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go. Howdy ho, howdy hey, how the hell is everybody? A Saturday showdown on a Thursday, nice and early, previewing preseason week 1, week 2, whatever the hell you want to call it, with the Hall of Fame game getting in the middle of every damn thing. But Tampa Tones alongside J-Lo here talking about Bucs Titans practice, Thursday night football, Bucs Titans games, locks of the day, gambling, and so much more. Is the great Christopher Cole in the house. How the hell you doing, Christopher? Thanks for joining. Cleve and me, first time listening from work. Yeah, this is a rarity. We rarely do these daytime shows, but we do these early on and early and often. So there we go. Yes, Colts and AR play tonight. The Colts play tonight. So does Anthony Richardson. J-Lo, how the hell you doing? Happy Football Thursday. Happy Bucs Titans practice. Fired up was this practice today with the Bucs and Titans, Mr. J-Lo.
OMG, man. OMG. I was at my daughter's open house today, keeping on social media best I could, hearing everything going on at training camp with Bucs and Titans. The point is, we got football, Tones. We got football today. It just excites me. We're doing an early show. I'm pumped. I'm ready to talk football, talk Bucs Titans practice. Can't wait for Saturday. Let's go.
Can't wait for game day Saturday. Will you be there for the Bucs game, sir?
Yes. I was very fortunate. A buddy of mine from work invited me to come. He's a season ticket holder. Shout out to Ruben. Thank you. I will be there watching the Bucs take on the Titans, whether it's The backups playing. The stars want to show up. Cool. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for some Buccaneers football live in general. I don't care who's playing. You know what I mean? As a real football fan, I'm ready for some Bucs football.
I'm ready for some Bucs football too. Cleveland me saying J-Lo's bricked up. Olive says, hello, everybody. Go Colts. Hello, Olive. Hello, Joey. Will keep settling in here as well. But J-Lo, busy day of practice. We're going to go over it briefly here. Bucs Titans, for those that missed out on it. Joint practice today between Tampa and Tennessee. And things got a little heated early and often, J-Lo. We've seen Simmons and Malk battling it out. Bucky got thrown to the ground. Bake kind of went in there and tried to clean things up. And he said in his post-practice press conference, I guess you can call it, hey, we're mature. We're not going to start the fight, but we sure as hell will finish the fight if needed. J-Lo, this happens often. These teams are used to practicing each other the past month or so. They're ready to roll. They're ready to put the pads on. And as soon as they get versing somebody outside of themselves, time to throw the gloves off and really get to work. And that's when the chippiness sets in, J-Lo, and that's what we saw today between the Bucs and Titans.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for competition to come in down here. The Titans weren't too happy coming to the heat, pressing against us. And I got to say, Cody Mauve versus Jeffrey Simmons, I know you saw the highlight, with them going at it. It's just, it excites you. It just shows how hungry these guys are, ready to play some competition on the field, no matter what team it is, whether it's the Titans, Patriots, Chiefs, whoever. The fact is, it was a fun practice from what I read. I read on social media. It was a very intense practice. We saw some battles.
Ibuka looked really good.
Oh, my God, yes. That man, he's
Could
a pro.
this be the steal of the draft?
It could be very well to steal the draft because the man's ready to play. And I'm excited for him. I'm excited whether he's 2 or 3. To me, he's the wide receiver number 2. No knock on McMillan right now. Godwin is not going to be back right away. But at the end of the day, Ibuka looks like a pro. Mike has said it. Coach Bowles has said it. Jason Light's all over him. He looks like he's ready to play right now, if a game played right now.
Heard Kalijah Cansey looked really good as well today. They said he got some good interior pressure, J-Lo. We always thought highly of him, and we continue to do so. I think he'll be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year if he stays healthy, at least an all-pro candidate. Thoughts on his big practice today? You heard from Kalijah Cansey early and often out there versus the Titans.
Cansey, just stay healthy. Please, just stay healthy. No calf injuries. We need you to play the full 17, which I think he can. I feel like he's in full go mode to prove to everybody that he is one of the top defensive players in the game.
One of the guys I liked a lot was wide receiver Alec Aomaner coming out of Stanford in this year's draft, one of my favorite receivers. He went to Tennessee. He threw a punch at J.J. Roberts today, the undrafted free agent safety in Tampa, because he made that good of a play on him, J-Lo, and it's looking more and more so like Roberts with the big practice. If he continues to show well in preseason, that he might making this roster as a UDFA. We all thought he had a chance, but as we saw unfold in practice today, J.J. Roberts very capable of making some big plays for this Buccaneers defense, and we saw that against Cam Ward and the Titans' first-team offense.
J.J. Roberts, for us Bucs fans who really read social media, actually do the scouting and everything, J.J. Roberts is going out there and proving that he belongs on the team. I feel he can be a capable role player. Maybe not starter, but role player to come in at the right time. When I watched the highlight where he didn't give up on the play, yeah, he got beat a little bit by the receiver. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce his name right now. By the end of the day, Roberts didn't give up. He went, punched that ball out, got the interception. That's what you want to see, on the defense part of the ball, take the ball away by any means necessary. So shout out to J.J. Roberts. He's been a menace on the field from what I've been reading through social media. Everyone's really in love with him. Yes, I get Shiloh is the big name, but J.J. Roberts is the one no one's talking about. The guy is proven right now.
Yeah, it's funny. Ryan Jensen saw the Cody Mock and Simmons skirmish, and he said, I miss football. Christopher Cole says J.J. Roberts making the 53.
I
J-Lo,
agree.
now I'm looking, and you have the national media guy named Sanjit T saying Kalijah Kancey best D tackle in NFL. We already know that. We've already talked about that. So we put our stamp on that. Right, sir?
No, we do. I mean, you first of all, but second behind, we already knew Kalijah Kancey, if healthy, can be really defensive player of the year or at least all pro. That's how good this kid really is. Just got to see the injury list, and so far it's so good. He's looking really good right now. So let's hope and pray it stays that way.
Couple more notable news and notes, Mr. J-Lo. Kay Adams at practice yesterday, John Gruden at practice today. A lot of excitement around the national media, a lot of buzz getting garnered, and all good things. It looked like John Gruden and Baker Mayfield had a good time out there, and we know Baker's happy after the smelling salt rule got misinterpreted. They said they're not allowed, but really it's just bring your own smelling salt. So thoughts on that rule and Gruden and Kay Adams being at these training camps?
Well, first off, Kay Adams, she's a babe. We all know that. We all love Kay Adams. Even though she wore the Saints pajamas, whatever, last year, I'll bypass it. She made her way to camp, and she likes Tampa, and we love her, regardless of what other Bucs fans say. That's good that she interviewed a lot of the big players on the team. John Gruden, what a treat. I love John Gruden, regardless of whatever happened in the past. The guy is fun to watch. I love his play-by-play, and I support John Gruden. But I will say it's exciting.
Smelling salts, any thoughts on those?
Smelling salts, I mean, Levante David on the Kay Adams show say he smells salts. And, he don't talk.
I mean, it's a common thing. George Kittle does them. A lot of these NFL players do.
I mean, it's just a little something the players do before the game or even during the game. I'm all for it. I mean, it's funny how the NFL would step in and blow that away, over other things that we see in the NFL. So, to me, smelling salts, I don't think it's a big deal. At the end of the day, if somebody gets fined for it, that's just not a smart thing. I feel it's a dumb thing to do. I feel smelling salts, Baker does it, George Kittle, like you said, does it. I feel it shouldn't be banned. It's just,
and it's here to stay. So if you guys heard,
agree.
it looked like it was going away, but now it's not. Just bring your own smelling salts. For those that missed it, Bucs Titans practice joint today. We are live here in the Buccateers, J-Lo Tampa Tones here, previewing Bucs Titans week and so much more. J-Lo, last thoughts on practice today. The pass rush ended up coming on strong to end. It didn't have the great best start, but it's just practice out there. So thoughts on Hassan Reddick firing this team up after that skirmish? He had an interception and the crowd went crazy. Thoughts on the playmaker Hassan Reddick could be as he showed today?
I mean, we talked about it. Hassan Reddick is a good addition. I feel he's going to bring a lot of fire to the pass rush, which we desperately needed last year. I'm all for it, and the players love him. They talk a number of good things about Hassan Reddick, Coach Bowles, and plus for him to excite the fans, after the scuffle. That's what you want to see, leadership in the locker room, and that's what he brings, and that's what we need. That's how we won the Super Bowl. We had JPP, we had Shaq Barrett. I mean, these guys fired him up. And you had Ndamukong Suh, who is another one. So, to me, Hassan Reddick could be that guy in the locker room to fire up these players where the big games matter. And we all know that.
I agree, J-Lo, and it's going to be exciting. Is B-Shuck's in the house? How we doing, B-Shuck? One of the frequent flyers here of late. Love to see you. Welcome into our Titans Bucs joint practice coverage and pregame show. Rick Stroud tweets, Baker Mayfield said, yeah, I was in the middle of the skirmish. It was fun. Just awesome stuff. Just ready to battle, ready to go to war is Baker and the boys for this Bucs team. And going to war, we went to war with the Titans today. And once again, Saturday night, J-Lo, Raymond James Stadium. Seems like Kyle Trask will be starting. Bucs will be wearing red jerseys, white pants. So that'll be fun. What else might you look for come Saturday night at Raymond James Stadium? You'll be there live in attendance as well. So that'll be a lot of fun for you, my friend. Once again, 7:30 Eastern, Saturday, August 9th, Bucs Titans at Ray J.
No, I'm excited for it. I mean, I'm excited for Sean Tucker. I think he's going to get a lot of the carries. I think he's going to get the bulk of them. And I'm excited to see the tight end room because Kadon's been out. So you got Payne Durham, Devin Culp, and of course Coke Keith, one of our favorites on the show.
Oh, you
I
ain't
feel
oh.
Sane Soko, and I think he's going to have a fun battle. I'm excited to see the receiving room because obviously we're not going to see Trey Palmer, Tez Johnson, but we'll see some Emeka Buka, some McMillan. I feel we'll see a lot. I'm fine with Mike not playing. That's no big deal. We all know he don't have to really play. Just save him for the season opener, or even save him for maybe the third game. But Trask got a lot to prove. I'm looking forward to seeing Trask going out there, slinging the ball. He's been in the system for a long time. A lot of fans are, getting excited over Teddy Bridgewater signing. But at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to seeing Kyle Trask go out there and showcase that why he is QB number 2 and why he belongs on the roster. And I feel he can go out there and ball out. So I'm looking forward to seeing Kyle Trask for the first half. I'm feeling it's going to happen.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I think Trask could ball out, and now after the Teddy Bridgewater signing, that could happen even more so. Is Nancy joining us on Facebook, as is Don. Welcome in on Facebook, crew. Bud, Monk 69 for the win of the day. Yes, sir. That was a huge win over Simmons, and Simmons isn't a great guy if you do your research. So always good to see a guy like Cody Monk get the upper hand and slam him down. And I'm hoping Saturday night we see more slam downs. I'm interested to see how these guys compete out there Saturday. It's going to be a lot of back-end roster battles. Shiloh Sanders and J.J. Roberts will be battling. Tyreek Funderburk, Kayvon Merriweather, those types will be looking to make their way onto the roster. The newly acquired Teddy Bridgewater will be out there looking to throw some passes, get back in football shape once Trask is gone. So I'm very much so looking forward to Saturday night. I'm a big preseason guy to see what the depth of the roster is, to see what these guys could do, how hungry these guys are fighting to make the roster. D-line's interesting. The last D-lineman spot's up for grabs. Will a guy like Mike Green make a grab at it? Edge rushing room, who's going to outperform who? Will it be Marquise Watts coming off the edge? You know, a lot of these guys who have Jose Ramirez, a lot of these young pups have had hype in preseason, not really results in regular season yet. So I'm looking forward to those type of battles. We got a new punter, Dixon, as well. How's he going to fare? How's he going to look? We all know kicking in Tampa Bay is a different animal. He'll be holding kicks as well. Will he acclimate there? Ryan Coe, UDFA kicker out of Kell, he's looked really good. He's had a strong boot in camp. How will he look in preseason games? These are things we're going to get to see in the coming days and really see it unfold. I agree, B-Shuck. I love preseason. Slowly it's shrinking, went from 4 game. Well, some teams would play 5. Most would play 4 with the Hall of Fame game. Now some teams play 4. Most play 3. Pretty soon we might see most teams play 2 and some play 3. So we'll see. But I'm a big preseason guy. And the cool thing about the preseason too, J-Lo, if you do actually attend these games, you could relate with the players more. You could have that personal relationship more for multiple reasons. A, the rosters are bigger, so you're going to have your chance at more of an interaction with fans. And wow, B-Shuck, we do appreciate that. Super chat from B-Shuck. Let's play the music here. As the great B-Shuck is always doing his thing.
Thank you.
And giving us some super chats. And you don't know how much that is appreciated, B-Shuck. That means a lot, my friend. We appreciate that, right, J-Lo?
Absolutely. Thank you, B-Shuck. We appreciate anybody that wants to put in to help us out. If not, hey, watch the show. We're fans of the game. We're Bucs fans. Anybody wants to put in, thank you very much. B-Shuck, shout out to you, brother. You've been really active helping us out, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, that is awesome. We love it. We are trying to create a little bit of a behind-the-scenes project with all our super chats, so it's very much so appreciated. And B-Shuck, you have been the man doing that. J-Lo, thoughts, though, on the defense come Saturday night?
It's exciting. I mean, it sucks that Benjamin Morrison probably won't play. He'll have to rest that hamstring. Unfortunate injuries happen. But you see other guys like Jacob Parrish, Christian Izzy, battling it out. J.J. Rogers has been a stud. You know, he's been out there just blowing people's minds. See, you talk about Shiloh, which we're all rooting for him. We're rooting for anybody on the Bucs roster. But J.J. Roberts has been out there balling out. Can't wait to watch him. Rashad Wisdom, you can't count him out either. He's another guy who I liked a lot last year in the preseason. And then plus you got Bryce Hall, who's another guy, who went down with an injury, unfortunately, last year. But he's back healthy, ready to be a backup corner number 2, because, like I said, injuries happen. It's going to be fun to watch. I mean, Logan Hall blew up at the training camp today from what I saw from comments.
Heard a lot of good things about him
Yeah.
this offseason.
I mean, a lot of good things. I mean, you got Elijah Roberts, another big guy in there. Desmond Watson probably won't see, unfortunately. I'm praying for him. We all are. We're rooting for him eventually. But Corey Brewer, friend of the show, I'm going to be rooting for him to go out there and ball out. The defense, I feel, is much more depth now than we have in the last 2 or 3 years, if I can put it out there. So it'll be fun to watch.
It'll be very fun to watch. I'll take the offensive torch since you just handled the defensive side of the things. Cleve and me saying, we love you, Big Brian. Yes, we do. We love all our listeners, and Brian is right up there with the greats and best of them. So we appreciate that greatly, Brian. You do not know how much we do appreciate that. Our guy, Nanad, hello from Serbia. Go Bucs. Frequent flyer. We love our out-of-country listeners, and Nanad from Serbia is a great one. So thank you, Nanad, for that. Offensively, I'm going to be looking to see if Kyle Trask could get in some rhythm, if he could complete a good amount of passes. I'm not really looking for it, or I'm not really looking into too much how many yards he gets, how many touchdowns he equates. I'm just looking for limiting turnovers, limiting sacks, and getting a good completion percentage. That's what I care most about for Kyle Trask. The yards and touchdowns aren't really something for me. Now, if Teddy Bridgewater plays or Blazek plays from Bowling Green, I'm looking for those guys just to get in football shape, to be ready to roll. Bridgewater is QB3. Blazek is practice squad quarterback. So very much so looking forward to that. Running backs will be interesting. Sean Tucker probably get a good amount of reps there. Looking forward to him. Wide receiver battle is going to be intriguing. Will Trey Palmer come out with a pep in his step knowing he's behind the competition and the 8-ball? What UDFA wide receivers from the past couple of years might arise out of Rakim Jarrett's of the world, Cam Johnson's of the world, out of Barton? So you're going to be seeing a lot of guys vying for this 53-man roster, J-Lo, but there's just not enough cooks in the kitchen. Will Majors or Chukwuma for offensive line make a big impersonation and be a mainstay on this team? So Saturday is really going to put the pedal to the metal and give these guys a lot of reps. And on special teams, you're just looking for our kickers and punters to do well. Long snapper Eric Deckers not to screw up. Holder not to screw up. Dixon, punter Dixon. Return game. Who will emerge victorious? Tez Johnson needs to shake his injury. He's not a lock right now to make this team. So going to be a lot of fun battles. J-Lo, what say you on player of the game and score prediction for Saturday against the Titans of Tennessee?
Ooh, tough one. Real tough one. But I'm going to go with Bucs sliding with the win, 27-24. I feel Devin Culp will be player of the game. I think he's going to ball out Saturday night. I think he's going to get a lot of touches because of the receiver shortage we got going on with injuries happening. So give me Devin Culp as the MVP of the game. Bucs win 27-24 preseason.
I'm going to go with Trask, player of the game. I think he's motivated to go out there and play. A lot of not hateful, but, banter back and forth. Is he the guy? Is he not the guy? A lot of videos came out, which it shows he's struggling a little bit. So these game reps are going to be very important for former Florida Gators quarterback Kyle Trask to go out there and try and prove himself, prove his worth. I'll be interested to see how Trask does. I think he plays very, very well. He's my player of the game, and him and Culp could connect a few times. That would be good. Yeah. I got the Bucs winning 23-13 because I like Teddy Bridgewater to throw some nice throws in there. Kyle Trask as well. So J-Lo, I'm very much so looking forward to Saturday. Once again, 7:30 Eastern, Raymond James Stadium. And J-Lo, we have a fun announce team yet again. Rondé Barber and Chris Myers are back with the great Eileen as a sideline reporter. Before we get to tonight's game, breadwinners, upcoming schedule, and final word. Thoughts on Rondé, Chris, and Eileen having a go at it on the sideline and in the booth for Bucs preseason?
I mean, real Bucs fans would tell you to have Rondé Barber, the Hall of Famer, one of the greats to ever play the game in Buccaneers uniform, to be a broadcaster will be fun to watch. It just makes it more interesting to watch the preseason game because Rondé's one of those great guys that can break down the defense. And Chris Myers is really fun to watch. Jaileen's up and coming. I can't wait to watch her on the sideline reporting. I think she's going to do a killer job, on the sideline. I'm rooting for her. The fact is, it's Buccaneers football. Even though I may miss the commentary, but I will watch the replay and watch Rondé and Chris Myers crushing it, rooting for Eileen to go out there and kill it as well. It's going to be fun to watch. If a real Bucs fan will be all behind all three of those people.
Agreed. Gonna be fun with those three. I met Rondé and Chris a couple of years back before an Indy preseason game, and they're a great time, man. Had a very good time with them. Looking forward to those three. Eileen continues her career developed growth. Rondé and Chris are established greats of the game. So very exciting times in the Buccaneers broadcast booth. As B-Shuck says, just stay healthy. That's the name of the game for Tampa Thursday. And J-Lo, that'll be the name of the game for these teams tonight that are going out there and playing in tonight. We have three affairs. And like I said, what I love about preseason, J-Lo, it's just rapid fire Friday through Sunday. Sometimes on Thursday through Sunday. Sometimes even on Mondays you get games too, but always games on. And they're in any time slot because it's preseason. So tonight, J-Lo, we got Colts -6.5 at Ravens, 7 o'clock Eastern there. Bengals, Eagles, 7:30 Eastern there. Eagles at home +7. Raiders, Seahawks, 10 p.m. Eastern. Seattle +5.5 out there. Thoughts on these three games tonight, my friend?
I will say the late night one's fun. Raiders versus Seahawks. Late night football for all
I love that on 10 o'clock.
I love the late night football games. It gets me relaxed. I can lay down, watch some football. It's kind of scout a little bit for future Buccaneers. Cuts are going to happen. Bucs will go pick up little, one of those cuts, you never know. Hopefully, Geno Smith plays against his former team, but I doubt that's going to happen. But that to me is more intriguing. And yes, we're rooting for the Colts, for our brother Joey, who's a big Colts fan. I'll be tuning on that as well. But I love the late night games in the preseason. You can never go wrong with that at all.
I agree, my friend. I couldn't agree more. I love it. It's like baseball time slots, I always say, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just fun local market time slots. So always a good time. Looking forward to seeing the lines are crazy for tonight. A lot of low over-unders always. So just remember, I'm a fan of betting the over too because they're going to be mid-30s, upper 30s, but these guys are competing for roster spots. So I'm looking forward to see what happens. Is Rochelle's tuned in on Facebook, but yes, a lot of crazy lines like the Colts -6.5, but that's a quarterback competition factor too, right? Because they got Daniel Jones and AR. I'll be at the Indy Pitts game, taking Steelers fans, sis-in-law. That'll actually be a fun game. Whether it's Richardson or whoever's starting out there. I think Colts will be competitive. Pittsburgh's always competitive, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I got high hopes for Richardson and the Colts. So look out for him tonight. And Harbaugh always is nose in the turf, hard-nosed player. And then Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, so them hosting Joe Burrow, who knows how much he might play, but just a fun topic of convo there. Then you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday games. If you missed it, we went over them on the pod the other night. So a lot of fun games to be had. But yeah, Steelers Colts will be a lot of fun. And yeah, it is our bye week. Again, I'm so pissed at that because I had it all lined up perfect. I have a California wedding the week before. It was rumored that was the Bucs bye week, and then travesty struck, and that ended up not being the Bucs bye week. But it's okay. Speaking of bye weeks, we have a bye week this weekend here on the Buccateers. That's why we're here on a Thursday, bringing you our Saturday Showdown edition on a Thursday. J-Lo and Tampa Tones for a little bit longer here live. We'll be back Tuesday, 6 o'clock Eastern with a very special guest. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be breaking down the game, previewing the next preseason game, and then we'll be back Saturday after that. And then that's the last week without regular season football. As college football regular season kicks up the week after. So going to be insane. Yes, B-Shuck, I'll be down there for the Jets game, the Patriots game, and the Panthers game, brother. Love to meet back up with you, link up a little bit. So I'll be down for Jets, Patriots, Panthers, and then I'll be in Carolina for Bucs, Panthers as well. J-Lo, breadwinners, any on the horizon? Joey has the Reds +150 as his breadwinner. I got mine picked out. I could go ahead of you if need, but if you're ready, you could go ahead and lay it on us, brother.
I mean, I picked the Rays last week to beat the Dodgers with Drew Rass doing what he does best, striking out batters. So I'm going to go with him again tomorrow night against the Seattle Mariners. Give me Drew Rass and the Rays over the Mariners.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Probably
I like that a lot.
pick.
Line is plus 118. So there we go. Rays 8-8. I like that, J-Lo. Do you have plus 118 or do you not see one on yours?
I'd say over. I'll go over.
All righty. So we'll just say, yeah, plus 118. We'll
Yes,
keep
sir.
consistent there. Joey is the Reds. J-Lo is the Rays. I'm going to have some fun and go with football. I'm going to go with the over in the Colts-Ravens game tonight. It's at 36.5. So I'm going with Colts-Ravens over 36.5. I just think between how Harbaugh takes it seriously in the preseason, between Jones and Richardson both looking to show out. You got Riley Leonard, a rookie, looking to make noise. So I think the Colts and Ravens will be scoring a good amount of points tonight, and that is 36.5 on total points. So, a 20-17 game wins you the over there tonight, Mr. J-Lo. Any final words, thoughts for the program? I know it's a quickie, but last thoughts on Bucs Titans and last thoughts on the world of football in general, brother, on this Thursday pregame show on the Buccateers here. Tampa Tones and J-Lo, hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn that damn notification bell on.
We are football season, people. No more weekends off. No more BS. We are football ready. I'm ready for Saturday. I'm ready for tonight. Colts, Ravens. I'm ready for that late game. Seahawks and Raiders. It's going to be fun to watch. Like, subscribe. Keep supporting us. Tell your friends about us. Like I said, we are just getting started. We're just warming up. At the end of the day, we are ready for football season. I can't wait to come on Tuesday to talk about the stats and everything that goes on Saturday with my own eyes, what I view, and what Tones will read on. It's going to be a fun weekend, folks. Like I said, we'll be back Tuesday, kicking it up, and we'll be ready to go. Tones, have fun on the weekend, whatever your plans are. I can't wait to hear about it and talk more about football with you, man.
Yeah, I love it, J-Lo. B-Shuck, have a great day. See you next time. Join us Tuesday. We'll be back, B-Shuck. I got a text. Why so early? Why so short? I'm off to the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin for my buddy's bachelor party. That's why no Saturday show this weekend. But we're the Buccateers, so that's why we wanted to do today. We wanted to still do our show, even though a little shorter version. We love the show for the people. Cleve and me, let's frickin' buck. Cleve and me, B-Shuck, Olivia, Bud Cannibalist, all the fun commenters, CC in the house, and Nanad, B-Shuck with the super chat again, just incredible stuff. Incredible chat tonight, short but sweet, but fire the damn cannons. Let's stay healthy on Saturday. Let's see some good competition out of the quarterbacks, the edge, the D-line. Stay healthy. Practice was encouraging today. Kalijah Cansey, Egbuka, Roberts, a lot of good stuff to be had, J-Lo. And I'm excited, my friend. You enjoy Saturday. Kick us off on the right foot. I know it's preseason, but bring us home a win, brother. I'm sure you will.
Oh, I'm going to go live, bro. I might go live. Represent Buccateers, baby. Let's go.
Go live and represent. We'll be back Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Eastern. Fire the damn cannons, J-Lo, Tampa Tones, for our guy Bucs by 30. Zach, who still has great training camp stories to be had on the show. Joey Nips, Bucko the Bruce, A-Cats, Gene Buck, what you heard, and Stunna. We are the Buccateers. Tuesday, 6 o'clock Eastern. Special guest breaking down Bucs Titans, previewing our next preseason game. Have a great night, J-Lo.
You too, bro. Take care.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, you know, to watch that and to think I wish I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, man, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Yeah, catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, this is so cool to see. And it's just, it was fun to watch. And, yeah, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory. What a memory to have, right? So,
And honestly,
cool.
those one of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. You know, growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by Lee Goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat
It looks like
Donovan.
Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like we got a little.
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, hey, you know, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Bruton, you know, once he took over Richmond Cannon, still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then kind of make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers, a wide receiver